Hi, my name is Edie Summers, and I'm here to share with you 5 lifestyle tweaks that will help you to support your journey toward better well being. So, my number one tip is to really be honest with yourself about how you're currently feeling. Are you getting enough sleep? How's your energy? Really check in with yourself and also consider the worth of your well being. What would you do to really honor your life and your well-being if you really valued it? Sometimes we have to make shifts, like for instance, investing in downtime, investing in self-care, investing in rest. This is going to make you feel better emotionally, mentally. It's going to make you more creative. It's going to make you more productive. So I would say, first of all, slow down, check in, be really honest with yourself about how you're currently feeling. Consider the worth of your well-being. And the second tip is kind of connected to this. It's the idea of going offline and really investing in your downtime, your rest. And that's going to be different for everybody. So for some people, of course, we all need deep sleep, and a lot of us aren't really sleeping very well these days. The CDC says that about 1 out of every 3 Americans isn't really sleeping well. So this is a huge issue. We're dealing with a lot of stress these days. But really allowing yourself to go offline whenever is good for you. It's going to be different for everybody. Really honoring your body's needs that way and really being honest with yourself. Now I know we're all juggling a lot, and sometimes it's hard to go offline and kind of take some downtime. However, it's really critical to your well-being. So number one tip again is to kind of just check in and really see how you're feeling, be honest with yourself about it. Number two is to kind of go offline when you can, both offline from the computer, but also kind of let your mind go offline and let your brain go offline and just really allow yourself to rest. It could also be play. Everybody has different versions of what feels good to them in terms of downtime. Deep sleep is really important. Here's some tips that can help improve your sleep. And this is, again, connected to the second tip about going offline. So sleep is really critical. For a lot of us, we're so stressed out these days. We're so overstressed that it can be really difficult to sleep. The more you can manage your stress during the day, the better you're going to sleep at night. The more you can take care of your nutrition during the day and really feed yourself really good food that's really high in nutrition, the better you're going to sleep. A couple of tweaks that can help you with sleep is if you're feeling really stressed out and you have a lot on your plate, try going to bed early, and then you can wake up early and then tackle those work issues or whatever it is that you need to do. Try to let yourself rest at night. So again, go to bed early and really try to stay offline. Try to not to have that screen time about an hour before you go to sleep. Some of the other tips that can really help you in terms of going offline, getting better sleep, really investing in that downtime is make sure your room is dark when you're sleeping, a little bit on the cooler side. And try to get early morning sunlight and try to get some exercise because that can also help you sleep deeper. One of my favorite things to do these days is when the weather is good enough is kind of get both a dose of nature and exercise by going into a forest. I live near some forests and kind of doing that forest bathing. It's a great way to do some meditation too. And so, we all need rest even in this very busy modern world where we're so connected all the time. Invest in your rest. Invest in yourself. And again, going back to that first tip, know your well-being, know the worth of your well-being. So number 3 is cultivating a habit of hope. Again, we live in very uncertain times, and I think a lot of us have sort of gotten out of the habit of really hoping for a better future and feeling optimistic. We've been through a lot of collective trauma. There's been a lot that's happened with the pandemic and wars going on and weather patterns that are changing. And even in the darkest of times, hope is there, and hope can actually really be very critical to your overall well-being if you can harness the habit of hope. So what I mean by creating a habit of hope is make it a habit, just like you would with any other health habit or wellness habit that you're working on integrating into your life and your well-being. Try to see, so here's some really easy ways to create a habit of hope. First of all, try to see the more positive side of what's going on in any situation. People that are more optimistic tend to be happier and more hopeful. The biggest thing of all is to focus on what you can control. In this world, it feels like there's so much that we can't control, and that can create feelings of uncertainty and not feeling well, and really feeling stressed or overstressed. So really, really try to focus on what you can control. And people, again, that feel very positive and optimistic and hopeful are focusing on what they can control. That can include your mindset. I mean, it can include feeling more positive or trying to be more optimistic. But I would say for number 3, cultivate a habit of hope. And this can also be really tied to really working on your habits, health and wellness habits in general. I know it can be so hard to follow through in health and wellness habits, but again, if you can connect back to that first tip of knowing the value of your well-being and really feeling that and really feel like what that means for you, why is it important to you to feel better? Why is it important to you to connect back to your well-being? And why is it important to you to get better sleep or feel less stress? If you can connect to those whys and really understand the worth of your well-being, then your health and wellness habits, it's easier for those to start to fall into place, including creating a habit of hope. So number 4 for my tips is really listening to your symptoms in your body. So sometimes, again, if we're feeling really stressed out, or if you're facing a chronic condition where for me, for instance, when I get really stressed out, symptoms will flare up for me that will sort of present as chronic fatigue. And when you can listen, kind of slow down and tune in and listen to the signals that your body's sending to you as symptoms, this can be a form of mindfulness, and it's also your body's always trying to talk to you. This tip really comes from my book, The Memory of Health. For anyone who's facing any great major life health or wellness or overall challenge, whether it's from health, wellness, trauma, anything at all, your symptoms in your body are signals to you. Your body's trying to talk to you through its symptoms. So if you can allow yourself to slow down and tune in and really listen to what your body's saying to you through your symptoms, your body's giving you signals. It's telling you, for instance, if you're feeling more tired, your body's probably asking you to slow down or de-stress or go offline more, for instance. So your body's symptoms can really be a way to communicate with you, and your body's on your side. Symptoms are signals from your body. Your body's asking you to do something, to take action, to try something different. And a lot of times if we try something different and adjust our lifestyle and wellness habits, health and wellness habits, then a lot of times those symptoms will start to decrease. So number 5 for my tips is when I was studying wellness coaching, I came across a quote that I really, really loved, and it's always stuck with me. And it says that connection is the currency of well-being. And that quote is by John Travis. It's one of my favorite quotes, and it still stands the test of time today. We need connection on all levels to thrive, whether that's with ourselves, through getting to know ourselves better and kind of reconnecting with what makes us tick, what makes us feel alive and feel good. There's connection to self, there's connection to others. We are social beings. And social well-being is a lot of times a missing piece in sort of the fabric of well-being altogether. So I really encourage you to seek connection with other people, make bids, what are called bids. So if you're craving more connection and you're feeling lonely, whether that's, from kind of the post-pandemic era, or maybe you've been feeling that way for a while. A lot of times people with chronic conditions can feel very isolated, or people are working from home more now. So it's more crucial than ever that we really make concentrated efforts to reach out to one another and cultivate relationships, make bids toward one another. So meaning, if you have a friend you haven't talked to in a while, reach out to them, make a bid, and say yes to invitations, really make it a priority to connect with other people and cultivate and deepen your relationships. It makes a huge difference in your well-being. And third, I would say in terms of connection is really find a way that works for you to connect with the world at large and the universe at large. So sometimes if people are feeling lonely, it can feel like you don't feel connected to anything or anyone. Remember that you're always connected to kind of the subtle energy of the universe, and every living creature in the universe. We're all connected to one another just by nature. And to kind of feel that sense of connection can really give you a sense of peace and hope and well-being. For some people it's spirituality or religion, whatever's going to give you a greater sense of connection on a larger scale, on a larger sense, that can be really, really beneficial to your well-being overall. So again, I'm going to sum up again my 5 tips in the moment here for kind of that I find are the most relevant at the moment to help increase your journey back to a better well-being, my 5 lifestyle tweaks. And so again, to sum them up, 1 is check in with yourself. Be really honest about how you're feeling. It's okay if you're not feeling good. Sometimes if we can just name our feelings, that alone can help us start to feel better. So name how you're feeling, kind of slow down, check in, be honest with how you're feeling, and then also consider the worth of your own well-being and consider what it means to you and what it would mean to you if you could take action to improve your health and well-being, and what would that look like for you. That's my first tip. Second tip is to go offline and also really invest more in your rest, in your downtime, play, deep sleep, and things that are going to support you really rebooting and refreshing. Good nutrition, early morning sunlight, exercise when you can, or movement. I would say also, making sure you're eating well and really prioritizing that downtime. Again, it's going to make you more productive in your uptime. So it's really worth investing in and prioritizing. We're human beings. We have human needs and we need downtime. And downtime is going to look different for everybody. For some people, like myself included, I need kind of like really, I'm an introvert, so I need like alone time sometimes, or just like to watch a movie or to walk in nature, to hang out with my pets. I need like kind of mellow time, although I loved connecting with other people too. So social time can also be downtime. Some people like to go out and play or go on adventures. Some people are playing golf, or it's whatever's going to help you kind of relax and reboot, and make sure you're prioritizing ways that are going to support your deep sleep. So third is creating a habit of hope. It can be really beneficial to work on all health and wellness habits. And there are many, many ways to do that. But for the purpose of this video, I would say work on creating a habit of hope. And the easiest way to do that is to focus on what you can control. People that focus on what they can control feel more hopeful and optimistic, and more positive, and it gets easier over time. The more you focus on what you can control, that also includes your mindset. You can focus on what's going right and really find the good in situations. It can make a difference. It really feeds you. It also helps your overall well-being. When we feel more positive, when we can see the bigger picture and know that good things are going to happen, even when things are difficult, it can make us feel better, and it can impact our overall well-being. And something else I would say in terms of cultivating the habit of hope is reach out to other people and help them. Helping other people can also help you feel more hopeful. And number 4 is symptoms are signals from your body. Your body is trying to talk to you through your symptoms. If you can slow down again also and tune into your body and listen to your symptoms, listen to what your body's asking you to do. The signals that your body is sending you are ways, it's information, and you can make adjustments based on the signals that your body sends to you via symptoms. For instance, if you're feeling really tired, that's a signal, it's a symptom, and it's a signal from your body to potentially slow down, de-stress, try to factor in more play, rest, good nutrition, downtime into your life. to alleviate that symptom of fatigue. And my fourth tip is remembering how important connection is in your life. Remember, connection is the currency of well-being. Try to do everything you can to reconnect to yourself. You can do that through meditation, connecting with nature, having more downtime, really allowing yourself to kind of experience life more that's offline more, and in the real world. But whatever makes you happy in terms of connecting with yourself. It could be creative, connect with others, really make bids toward building and deepening relationships with others that can have a huge impact on your well-being, and really try to find a sense of connection with the larger world or universe, whatever that looks like for you. That can also really impact your well-being positively. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.